Hello, hello,
Oh,
world. Welcome back. This is Donamar Presents Cre8tivations After Dark Season 2. Deuce. We are live. I have a special guest with the Isha. How are you today?
hi.
All right,
I'm
so
doing good. How are
cool.
you doing?
I'm fantastic. This is the kickoff for Season 2. Appreciate those who are able to come and attend. We're going to get right into a couple topics stuff to go on to. We'll get to, then we'll have an open discussion about a couple things. Season 1 was interesting because Trump was in office then, and then Biden took over that fall November. I initially launched this episode on the weekend of Juneteenth last year. You know, a lot of things have happened since then, but we'll get into that later. All right, first and foremost, if you want to catch up on the rest of what happened in season 1, you're more welcome to catch up on facebook.com/I'm Don Amaro for all and any outtakes for that. All the episodes in their season 1 are actually available. All right, next topic. If you haven't already done so, please definitely check out my books. All 3 are currently on Amazon now. We have the original Night Shift story, the special edition, and of course, Amazing HBO Euphoria. All of which have sequels to them that's coming. And then my next book, of course, is Chill Factor. That will be released tentatively on December 13th of this year. So without further ado, next topic we'll go into is we're going to actually talk about one that's actually kind of close to home. Now, anybody that knows me and truly knows me knows I'm a huge Nipsey Hussle fan because he embodies the entire spirit of hustle, motivate, which actually is why I'm successful in business the way I am today. Of all the strides I make to get this far, to build my brand, to build the shirt, everything else I have, and to keep pushing forward. So, recently, stuff we learned that Eric Holder, the guy who murdered him, was actually found guilty. Yes, after waiting all this time, he is found guilty and convicted. So he is behind bars. So, very happy about that. Justice has been served after a long time. Something else I'm still getting all the details for is we found all the officers that's involved in the murder of Breonna Taylor have finally been arrested and convicted. Took long enough, right?
That's good.
So justice for Breonna Taylor is finally taking place. Next person, Young Dolph. Well, I'll be honest, I didn't know him very well. I didn't start kind of picking up into his music until after his passing and started researching about him. It was definitely sad to hear that he was killed. One of the persons that actually did kill him was killed himself, interesting enough. So they don't have a set date on when his actual trial for the murders that are still living is set, but I will stay tuned on that and we will bring that up in a future episode.
Hello?
Current events.
Hey, Katie, I'm actually in a show right now with my friends. I want to call you back.
So there's a lot of things that's going on since then. And the biggest word to sum it off of is inflation. Gas prices are going up. Well, they're going down now, but they've been actually pretty high up until the past few weeks. I know up in here in PA, they actually topped at about $5.19 for a gallon for regular gas in my area. So that was pretty crazy and stuff because I filled up my 4-cylinder and it actually cost about $109 to do so last time I went. Yikes! But glad to know that the last time I went was actually about half of that. And then let's not get on food price and stuff too. That is spiraling out of control. That same ramen meal that used to be like 50 cents and stuff, that is now over $1. A lot of the same food stuff that we used to pay almost next to nothing for, we're paying quite a bit of a premium for it. So that's not cool. So Biden, if somebody can pass this off to him, please tell him get this worked out because this is not cool. All right, so with that being said, there's a lot of stuff going on, like as far as music wise. That's the next topic I want to get into. It's been a lot of stuff coming out. Like I said, I'm very picky and controversial when it comes to music I listen to because I try not to listen to so much music that promotes our degradation, if that makes sense. So I've been getting into Lucky Day. I've been getting into listening more to Division. More on that later because he did just drop a new song called If I Get Caught, with a controversial song that regards if he cheated, but he actually did not cheat. So a lot of people have gone a lot of hate and a lot of backlash for that song. And then likewise, a lot of people have gone a lot of fan support for that as well. So it's been pretty interesting. But now, the big topic of what you're going to get to is the law of attraction when it comes to trends and habits. Now, this is a very touchy subject, and I know a lot of people aren't getting to it because, like I said, literally, if I said dating relationships, we could literally be on here for decades just going because there's so many different aspects for that. So, we'll try to keep it focused, but obviously that can potentially go off track. So, in terms of laws of attraction, no, Isha, we spoke about this earlier on in an earlier phone conversation about just how different trends so far, about things that men do, things that women do, it's a couple of things that's been going on in this. A lot of things that happened that guys wear cologne, we have beards, typical things that we do, when it comes to attracting chick that we're interested in, we go into the gym, we try to get muscles, we get toned up, some of us have beards. Well, I can't grow no fucking beard right now, so we'll leave that at that. I tried multiple times. I'm not able to grow a beard. Other things that we do, we try to buy suits that are tailored, things of that nature. Whereas on the women's side, we see a lot of things as men that we observe, makeup, of course, wigs, alternative hairstyles, things like that, just things that we all do from both a gender role that we use to attract each other, in the periphery of, the laws of attraction in that perimeter. And so the quickest way to break this down as far as it's the simplest question. Where did this start? In this modern society in 2022, what are the current laws of attraction now, and pretty much how do they come to be? To be thinking, because where did it come into play that, that if I wear this will attract it. If I wear a suit, it's going to attract a woman. If a woman wears fake eyelashes, it's going to attract a man. Like, where did this come from? Like, do women actually ask men if that once makes them attracted to them? Do men actually ask women if that's attracted to them? So that's something that's a really touchy subject, but it has to be said. Me personally, I've spoken to a lot of different guys stuff about this. We hate fake eyelashes. Bruh, like Carlos Miller literally put a joke about that in that Def Comedy Jam, that Boogie Cousins stuff put together a couple years ago, and was discussing this where it looked like a fucking tarantula was literally sitting on his dashboard because this bitch that he was dealing with literally put that on the counter, just left it there like disposable. Hell, my ex used to do that type of shit. I fucking hated it. But anyway, as far as that goes, that's where I go into law of attraction. No woman has ever approached me and stuff and has ever asked do I find this attractive? Because I'd honestly say no, I don't. Oh, and then I've heard other people say, oh, I use this to attract myself. Attract yourself? You look goofy though. To each his own in that type of thing, but again, we're talking about laws of attraction and stuff here. You're trying to look good and stuff like that so you can be attractive, especially look at yourself as single. You want to make sure you're presentable and stuff, that you can be attractive for other people. I get that in movies, stuff like that, you have to be glammed up or fast and all that stuff, whatever. I still don't like it, but I get that you do that, just to kind of up your appearance. But a lot of people don't know and stuff, and if you do, I guess you just don't care that the whole concept of fake eyelash was actually invented by a French prostitute who actually did that to keep cum out of her eyes. Yes, somebody's nut out of her eyes. She actually called in cum brothers. You think I'm lying? Look that shit up, because it's true. So as far as that goes, it's not attractive. Like it's a turn off because honestly, a lot of women I see do that. They look like goldfish. Like y'all literally look like fish. Like ever see those? And then also, it looks obnoxious on cars. Like how women be putting cars on eyelashes on there. It just looks obnoxious. So yeah, unattractive, whatever. But that's why it's like I say that as far as that concept of going as trending, how they ever come into conspire, because clearly it doesn't attract a mate. A lot, it don't attract me. Guys I've spoken to, it don't attract them, but yet women wear that like a badge of honor. Like, oh, I gotta have fake eyelashes on. Let me look cute. Let me hold my camera. Like, let me go on this and stuff and post a pic and all other shit. No, what for? We don't like it. Don't do that. We don't like it. Another thing, okay, so I can understand a couple other things and stuff too. And I gotta mention this because this actually it's cool. It bugs me. So I can get on Instagram right now, which I am on my phone. And you scroll through pictures and stuff like that, even a couple of little quick videos and real stuff like that. Why are women all of a sudden holding their titties and stuff when they take pictures? Like this. Literally. Watch the shit. What is you doing? Is you checking to make sure it's still there? Weird. The other shit I don't like, that arched toe. It don't make you, but I know why it do. Make it look like you got a fatter ass when you don't. I know why. But anyway, getting back on stuff because I don't want to go too far into that. That's just trends and habits that I just pretty much don't like, and that's where that goes as far as law of attraction. We'll pick this up on in a future episode to go more in depth with it. Where we have a couple other co-hosts, which I've actually invited to the show. Unfortunately, we're not able to make it for this particular episode, so we'll feature it in a later episode. Now, next thing, gotta get to me, bruh. Next month, I'll be 35 years old. Yeah, 5 away from 40. That's how I look at it. I have mixed emotions about it. I mean, I'm an author. I have a nice place to live. I've been making moves and stuff because, like I said, I've made my mark in the world. Because even if something happens to me tomorrow and stuff, I still have books that you can purchase. So I have a legacy left behind, and there's still more material and stuff on here to be released at a later time when I'm ready to do so. When I feel that the product is right for me to do so. A lot of things I want to do in the future stuff. A lot of ambitious projects I plan to undertake. A couple of the business I want to establish. A couple of the ventures and stuff. So, with that being said, I still have mixed emotions about that. One thing that's interesting stuff that I have also mixed emotions about is I'm going into 35 unmarried and no kids. Most people my age and stuff, in this parameter, I've actually seen on Instagram and all over social media that they actually have at least a minimum of one kid, and that kid is dead, either close to or already a teenager. Like one of my closest friends, his son is going to high school, or actually because it's August, he actually is in high school now as a freshman. So that right there, that is something to really soak up. But I realized something about me, in order to be able to fulfill this, I'm just on a different path. And I'm just learning, to make peace with that. But I'm going to tell you now, after September 27th, disrespectfully as far as I go, fuck them kids. I'm not interested. I don't want no kids. As far as being a stepfather and a regular father, that's a hard no. I'm just putting out there now. To each his own, but nah, I'm good. I've had 2 stints of being a stepfather at this point, and I'd rather not take on a third. Because one thing about that is that while you suffer, the relationship suffers, most importantly, the child suffers as everything else goes on. So it's like it's unfair to all parties involved. So I'm good. You miss me with that? I'm good. So now that that's going, just kind of get into an open discussion about, just everything else that's going on. I haven't really pretty much gravitated what that is, to be honest with you. But like I said, there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world, and also right now, the war in Ukraine and stuff still raging on, which no one actually gives a shit about. This monkeypox shit is out there. Gotta be safe, y'all. And COVID still hasn't quite left us just yet. Just doesn't want to quite go away just yet. Honestly, I am fully vaccinated. No booster, not getting it. No thanks. I honestly wish I never got vaccinated in the first place, but that's a personal choice for me. But those who want to, that's your choice, whether you are or not. That's your personal choice to do so, and I support you either way. But honestly, just be safe out. Just honestly, if you're not going to be, and even if you are, still continue to be safe, because whether you are or not, people are still dying, whether they're vaccinated or not, to be honest with you. But honestly, Thanks again for tuning in. This is Don Amar. I'm actually going to sign off. We're going to kick it into next episode soon. Just want to come on here and just actually thank all of you who have attended stuff, and thank those who actually will have attended season 1 as well. I am now signing off.